Masandawana, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave us your comments and stand in line to win prizes. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another exceptional episode of the Pitchside Podcast. Skipper.
Yes, sir.
Ushap.
100, and how are you?
Ke worry diga wena man. Karo dikeledi nyana.
What do you mean?
Bone ka re no tswa dikeledi. Ushap.
I don't know if you join that question, but yeah.
You're right.
Cash up, wena.
Cash up. Villa? Ushap.
Ha ke monate
I ka bona ona le di pink rosy.
Having a daughter.
Yeah.
Having a daughter. Say have a daughter.
If she says daddy is the princess, daddy is the princess.
Popeye go.
Wow.
What is that? Pink roses.
Gentlemen, we're facing MC Algeria, an Algerian side that is coached by our former coach Rulani Mokoena. A lot of people feel like it's going to be a game of high emotions.
I think the game when we did the way you batlang, which in terms of the emotions, you put whatever emotions you want in a game, it will come out the same way you the same thing that you put in the game. They always say what you put in a game. If you put 40, don't expect 100. So what you put in the game, you must expect what you're going to put. The emotion part is part of the game, of course. It's what makes the game interesting. Players will tell you, if there's no emotions, there's no football match. If you miss a pass and you're excited, you're smiling, it's part of who you are as a person. It means your level is in that level. But when you see a player is not happy with what he gives, or when he misses a pass and is angry, you must tell. That tells you that the person demands him so much from himself.
Yeah.
When they see the coaches are screaming on the touch line, check where that coach is in terms of the level. If that coach is so emotional, it means he has invested so much in the preparation towards that match or towards whatever at the time. So yeah, it's gonna be that game where you're playing against somebody that knows you very well. This guy has spent 7 years here. That's so many years. I'm sure he knows what's coming without even looking at the videos of the previous match.
Yeah.
So of course it needs players to be sober-minded in this approach, to know that you're playing against somebody who knows you so much that you can't hide your emotion, you can't hide your facial expression, you can't hide anything from that person. So the preparation for this match, as a former player,
Yeah.
I would easily say, let's go and play 90 minutes.
Yeah.
As a fan now, we're going to win against this guy because we know him very well. We know that the team that he's coaching, I don't think they are in our level.
Okay.
That's me as a fan.
Yeah.
But as a former footballer, I know what it means to play that Champions League match. You have to be sober in your approach.
And it's in Algeria.
And it's away. So
Yeah.
you have to make sure that you play within the rules of and the principles of the team, of course. You cannot be naive, unfortunately.
Villa, how difficult is it then as a player then to go and face your former coach who, as Hlampo said, has spent about 7 years here at the team, very much loved by the players, by the people, by the fans as well?
Yeah, I mean, of course, the sentiment still it's gonna be there. It's the appreciation of what he has done, of course. But I think, like any other thing, at the end of the day, the job needs to be done.
Yeah.
The job needs to be done, understanding that you need to put in the job inside the field. The application, the focus, the hunger, which of course we have given ourselves a good start, right?
Yeah.
You'd want to continue from that.
Yeah.
I think it's just a matter of just saying it's another game that needs a same approach that we had second half. The ambition was there, the drive was there. This should be taken into that. There needs to be continuity into this. And I think having to come against a coach like 𝐁𝐿𝐲, you know very well how obsessed he is with the game. Also, Nati, we know ourselves that we are very much obsessed. That's why I'm saying we need to understand, 𝐿ompho said, the principles within the group, what we want to achieve, and just go there and display the same professionalism, the same discipline, the same hunger.
Yeah.
More than anything, we just need to go there, do the job. I think for me, that should set ourselves apart from them. Just go there, do the job.
Yeah, we've won. I mean, the first game, which was at home, which is a perfect start for us.
Yeah.
We now go away, and we are Mamelodi Sundowns. We never play for a draw.
Yeah.
But best case scenario is in the instance, and I mean, they played and they lost their first game of the group stages of the Champions League.
I think in a Champions League and at the what you can do is to make sure that you concentrate and focus on your process and the process of coming out of the group and the matches that are coming in this group stage. It would be so wise if as a team we focus on our own results.
Yeah.
And that 3 points that was a big result for us to set the tone of where we want to go in terms of the Champions League is concerned. But what I do know is the fact that we managed to score 3 ahead at home. And I'll say this, and I think I told you before, that the Champions League is a game of goals. Don't be fooled about the position and what you do where and where. You saw the team that we played against is 𝐻𝐿 Limpopo.
Yeah.
They were nowhere to be found in terms of position.
Yeah.
But they've created crazy and opportunities that were scary if you look at them. So that's the nature of the Champions League. You don't have to take off your foot off the pedal, and that's number one rule in the Champions League. The other thing, when you go away, make sure that you cancel them.
Yeah.
Win your home matches.
Yeah.
Make sure that you bank on that and make sure that you maximize. I was happy with that performance.
Yeah.
That was something that I haven't seen in a long time in terms of the Champions League mentality. You take care of 2 boxes. The first box is yours. Make sure in that box you don't allow teams to. The goal that we considered,
Yeah.
it shouldn't have been.
No.
But I'm sure they know the group that is not supposed to be the goal that we considered. But with the 3 goals that we scored, one of our coaches used to tell us that we can win 11-10. As long as we scored goals, we have to make sure that we win. But I'm different when it comes to that, because I know in the Champions League that a goal is so important.
Yeah.
And you don't want to find yourself in a position where Nalo and Naves, we're fighting for a spot, and now it goes back to how many goals you scored and how head-to-head. You don't want to see that. But it's a match that we have to win, especially at home. I mean away, sorry. We've made it before. I've seen my team went to such environment and win football matches. You just have to tap in those moments and realize that you're still Mamelodi Sundowns. Yeah.
I think there was a time where in Champions League, when you were playing the games, you'd always want to win at home and worst case, get a draw away. Do you think that the game is developing now to a point where we can say we want to just win all around? Home, away, middle ground, anywhere. As long as Udlala Sundowns, we must win.
It's that simple.
Yeah.
I think that approach on its own, when you say you go in there to draw a game, that approach is very much wrong.
Negative, yeah.
It's negative already. That on its own, it cannot be accepted. When you say I'm going there to win a game, and that's when you understand as a football player or any other person within themselves, say, I'm a winner. At all costs, I'm not going to now break this thing down and say, okay, this is how I'm going to scheme. The scheme is to win the game. The scheme is to win the game. When you say you want to win a game, you're giving yourself a good chance of winning the game.
100%.
There's no gray area with this thing.
Yeah.
There's no like breaking it down and say, okay, I want to go there for a negative result. Then, as 𝐿ompho had said, if then you prepare for a draw inside there the whole week, don't be surprised falling to a loss.
Eish.
Yeah.
Because you are closer to the loss more than the win.
Yeah.
So the approach is like, of course, understanding that I prepare for the opponents.
Yeah.
I'm giving myself a chance to win a football game.
Yeah.
As I'm preparing for them, that gives me more chances of say I can win the game, even playing away. Because of I've said that narrative has changed completely.
Yes.
It has changed completely. Whereby you used to say in scheme and say, there if we can get a point, for me, that's not the approach.
Yeah.
But the other thing to add on what Villa said, I think the playing field is now even. Before in the Champions League, those away games used to be difficult in terms of the outside issues.
Yeah.
That will make the team not to perform the way you would want to.
Yeah.
But now, when you look at the standard of the Champions League and how the things they've been brought up front for people to see it, everything is visible. When you go to Congo, for instance, the match is televised. You can see everything. When you go to Uganda, you'll see the match on TV. So that's why I say the playing field now is even. It's up to you as a team. How do you prepare going into that match?
Yeah.
Do you want to go to win, as Villa say, or do you want to go there and consolidate and try to look for a point?
Yeah.
And of course, like he said, when you look for such negative results, don't be surprised if you find yourself not getting any point out of that. But I've seen the team. They've grew in this Champions League. You can tell that they know what they are doing, and they know what is at stake. They know what the nature of this competition, that you have to always be on your A game, because you're playing against the best in the continent. So for you to beat the best, you must always be on your best. So I do have a strong belief that the team going to Algeria with a huge motivation of the last match, with a huge motivation that you're playing against the team that they've heard about you so many times. Of course, with Coach Rulani, we know they've played so many videos for them and for us, just to get what Mamelodi Sundowns is about, because he will never leave any detail without making sure that he's going to apply it, because it's a Champions League match. I mean, you score your goals, once you defend, once you make sure that you don't play into the traps of the opposition, you're home and dry.
You having been to Algeria before, the fan hostility. We've seen it in Egypt. We've seen the intimidation tactics and so forth. Let's talk about the fans then in Algeria.
Me. I think as professionally you are trained for this, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think right now, after my playing days, I can face those fans because they know they've got a way of making sure that they put your team under pressure. But the boys have played some pressure match before. I've seen when they went to Cairo and they came up with huge points. They went to Esperance of Tunis and they came with big points there. So I don't see them, falling into the trap of fans now. That thing is, like I said, the playing field is now even. That thing of fans, bullying you has now gone. A story of the past. But of course, they play a huge role. Make no mistake, and that they're passionate. If you should see them, they will be burning stuff. Lasers, they will be on your faces. But when you're in this environment for quite some time, like Mamelodi Sundowns have been, they've got a plan of ignoring of ignoring the lasers. Of course, they will come. But you see players, they play as if those lasers are not even on their faces.
That's the one thing I've always wanted to know, is in the psyche of the player when you do your walkabout as you come into the stadium, because what I realize about the North Africans is way before kickoff the stadium is already full. What is going through your mind, because they are singing, chanting, and the lasers, the flares, and everything is a go even before kickoff. So what is going through your mind as you're doing the walkabout?
It's like appreciating that, to be honest with you, because what we did, and I think what they can do for themselves, it's just appreciating that, because those people came to see a game of football at the end of the day, and then how then we turn that to be on our side, because Lombo knows for sure at the end of the game we have found these people having to applaud. We have found these fans having to applaud, not being applauding what we did on the day, which is, of course, then it gave us a breakdown of saying we were very much disciplined, we played a good football, we had courage, We fought for one another on the day, and of course we won the football game. That's why at the end of the day, it should be exciting also just to accept these things, because for me, that should fuel you up. That really should fuel you up, but at the same time understanding that I still need to do a job inside the field of play. Because I mean that on its own, it says like it's like any other experience. Once you put your foot there for the first time, it's an experience.
Yeah.
Then when you go again and having to have seen that experience, now you know about it. So you see it first, and then afterwards, now it becomes a norm.
Yeah.
It becomes a norm for us to go there in these territories and then understand that it's like that.
Yeah.
It's just like that. That's when you have to understand it. You have to go there before, and then after then, those so many experiences, it gives you a better feeling of saying, how then I get better with these things.
Sure. It speaks a lot to the mental strength and all the emotional side of the game that I guess we never really get to touch on and experience, because as a fan, my expectation is just that you show up and you play. I want results, and I want a win. Not even results, I want a win.
I think we're not far apart in terms of the demands of your team and how you see your team doing and your expectations from your team. Even the players themselves, they expect so much from themselves. When they go to these matches, I've never had any player say, we're going for a draw in this match, or we're going to make sure that we don't concede for 4 goals, unless it's one of those matches where they are out of your control and you conceded so early in the match, and now you're trying to cover up some of the things that might go wrong. But in a match of this nature, where it's still a 90 minutes that is ahead of you, I'm sure the boys will be like, we want to show the world, the doubters, because we've been having this noise before that the team is no longer the same team.
Yeah.
But you can tell that the boys have tried to put in the work in terms of getting the new relationship together. And of course, you can always test that in matches of this nature, pressure matches of big consequences, matches where you, after you played, you're satisfied with what you've given out of the pitch. But it's more than anything, it's a pride match that enables. It's the North Africans against the South Africans. So after all, whatever you're doing, when you step onto that field, they already look at you. They'll be like, no, we can't lose to these ones. Well, now you are sure. No, I can't lose to these ones, because it's those matches where they feel they are better. You also feel you are better because you won the league here. They won the league from where they come from. So it's just a pride match comes into play.
I got a chance to get a glimpse of their game against Al Hilal, and I think the way Al Hilal played was just down the wings, and they struggled to deal with the speed down the wings. Do you think that will play to our advantage, Villa?
I think personally, from my side, yes, you'd have seen that, but don't really take that.
Okay.
Because of one wants to clean that for himself. One wants to correct that. One would learn from that and say, I don't want to do that. So yes, that shouldn't excite you, because of, as I said, focus on what you're doing. We have the ball, now this is us. What can we do with what we have? Let's now use that for us. Yes, those are the corrections that we look into. But I think for me, just not to go further and say you'll find joy like it happened before. Trust me, it won't open up the same as what had happened previously. This is your game. The approach is going to be totally different also. They'll want to fix those mistakes. That's why then he's someone that will look into those things and try to prevent as much as he can. But at the same time, it's for us to say, no, let's go for it. Now let's really go for it. Now let's show them what we are about. What I really liked about what 𝐿ompho says, I think, you are champions on the other side. We are champions on the other side. Now let's see who's the champion. Now let's see who's the champion. And what the weight on its own, the two oppositions coming together and seeing how we go about it. It should be exciting. It should be thrilling. But more than anything, and as I said, more than anything, is the ego also saying we cannot lose to these guys. Because of then it rubs off in a different way. That's what I'm saying. We can't even tap of saying what the conclusion could be. But we want the conclusion saying we were victorious, say we dominated as Mamelodi Sundowns, and then after that we go again for the next one.
𝐿ompho, I had a chat with Teko and Diani, and they were telling me about their experiences in Lubumbashi. And also in the previous episode, Villa also shared some of those. One of the comments requested that, no, we need to hear from the skipper as well.
𝐁𝐿𝐿𝐿, no comment. Is that? No, can I not comment?
Tiani's told us some stories.
If Tiani have managed to tell you about the Lubumbashi, I think he has said mouthful.
Okay.
I don't know what he said. If Tico said it, I think they have said mouthful.
So which one do you want to tell us about?
Me? Oh no.
Usually secret.
No. It's not even a secret, that it's just one thing that we had to embrace as Mamelodi Sundowns players at that particular period of our career, where we used those experience to be the team. We were a team, and when I say a team, I knew you had my back without even knowing, without even communicating that. It was because of those moments, and we had a super team. That was a super team because of those moments in Lubumbashi, in those. To tell you the truth, our first experience, we got bullied, and I'll use the word that I don't like, ego, because that ego thing, it makes people stupid.
Yeah.
Our ego said, we cannot be bullied once again. We must fight back if they fight us. You know what I mean? And that is something that I felt the team had to experience so that they can be a team. Because we were a team that was good, but we didn't know that we can be a super team. And that moment there has actually provoked us to a level that we have never been in terms of anger. To know that, okay, in this match, in the Champions League, it's not talent that will make you survive. There's other things.
Yeah.
How resilient are you? Are you ready to take the punches sometimes? Because you're playing against the bigger teams, unfortunately. They are big, and some moments you will have to suffer. And it's simply because when you're in such environment, you only have yourself. And you realize that these are familiar faces that you can rely on, whether you like it or not. And don't get it twisted. In a team, we've got different personalities. And those personalities that are just crazy, hot potatoes. But once you get into a space where it's you as a group against everybody else, you realize that this is the only way to survive is to be a team. And I think the experiences, Lubumbashi, Dolizi, I think the boys who went to Dolizi will tell you that was in the football. That was a team building of some sort, if you want to put it in that way, in the proper words, in the proper English words. You were trying to sugarcoat thing. Team building is the word that we took out of that in terms of becoming the team that we were.
Would you go on holiday to Lubumbashi?
Yeah, I can go.
On holiday?
I can go to Lubumbashi for holiday, right? Yeah. Not for football. Not to watch football.
We'll watch football while we're there.
I don't think to watch football it will sit well with me.
Okay.
Yeah, but I can go for a holiday where I can go to Kinshasa, wherever. I can do that.
Okay.
Travel for fun, for leisure. For leisure is the way that I'm looking for. But to watch football, let alone to watch TB Mazembe against
Kitrom.
It's just that's a big word, but let me use it. But I don't like. I don't think I would like it to watch football in Congo.
Masandawana, don't forget we still have our competition that is running. All you have to do is answer below. The question being, who is the player at Mamelodi Sundowns who has been in the PSL for 19 seasons? Leave your comments below. Lunalga answer, but in the comments, not here, in the comments. But you won't win. But you can answer, 19 seasons.
That's a very sharp answer and very personal. We won't win.
But that's me.
We are fans.
No, you won't win.
We are fans.
Yeah, but you won't win.
Proud fans. And
you can't win. Seliboni answer. But ngola exam utsuri the answer. Tla go shapeka quote.
You.
A goalkeeper can make all the saves in a game and concede one goal. And guess what?
Facebook quote again.
Please don't forget to subscribe and leave us your comments below. We are Masandawana
forever.
Rieng.